Hello friends, today I would like to show you and talk to you about Haworthia aristata. What's the good size of a pot or isn't? How I'm trying to pollinate it and succeeding or don't, and how I'm trying to talk to aristata, Haworthia aristata, and other plants such a way that they also talk to me. It's a lifelong journey. First, I worked hard on overpopulating the orchard. Then, I worked hard at overpopulating the yard with potted plants. By working hard, I mean the plants were working hard. I just had a big heart to plant every seed and every cutting. And then, looking where to do another population explosion, I went into even smaller plants, growing tiny cactuses and other succulents on the balcony. One group of those plants are called Haworthias. They only get few inches in size, and it takes them years and years of working hard and making people happy with their beauty. So let me go out, let me go up and show you my tree, Haworthia aristata. I have different kinds of Haworthias. Some look like grapes, some looks like, well, they look all kinds of ways. Some looks like very miniature aloe, and that's the case with Haworthia aristata. I can show you the one with grapes first. Here, you see, this is like the darker grapes, and this is like the lighter grapes. Some looks like a teeth. This is also Haworthia, different type. And some look like miniature aloe. This is Haworthia aristata. I got 3 of them in local store, identical looking. I don't think the grower would sell them so cheap if would grow them elaborately from seed. I think they're offshoots of each other. They're siblings. They should be genetically identical unless there was a quick mutation. So I didn't know in which size to plant them. I planted one in shallow pot, small shallow pot, one in small tall pot, and in one I straightened the twisted roots down and planted in tall pot to see what will happen. Well, the one that has a way more growing medium has 6 babies offshoots, and the 2 that are in smaller pots, one has no offshoots and one has 1 offshoot. And of course, I don't know, maybe this is just the kind of a mama that likes to have lots of babies. It doesn't need to be because of lots of growing medium. I would have to do it with many to know for sure, to know how to generalize, but this is what happened and I'm showing you. The 2 in smaller pots also bloomed recently. So maybe they don't want to have babies because they put energy into flowers. I don't know, this one didn't bloom. So once it bloomed, I pollinated them. I pollinated them with each other. That didn't work. Well, surprise, surprise, siblings don't make babies. And I also pollinated them with flowers that this decorative aloe happened to have flowers at the same time. And every flowering of Haworthia turns to be like, oh, I'm thinking of making seed pod, I'm thinking, and then dry. And next one, and dry, you see, and next one. There was hope, and hope was drying out. It did not work. The cross-pollination between aloe and Haworthia, as far as Haworthia being the mama plant, did not work. But the pollen from Haworthia aristata that I put onto flower of aloe, decorative aloe whose hybrid name is Cha-Cha, it did work. Look, I have 9 seed pods. 9 little seed pods. Have no idea how many seeds. So I'm gonna have hybrids between Haworthia and aloe, with Haworthia aristata being the father, the pollen parent, the papa. 2 proud papas. What else to tell you from my limited knowledge of Haworthia aristata? Well, another thing that's interesting is, do they like lots of sun or they don't? The answer is, it depends. It depends on what? No, it does not depend on what. It depends on who. This one, you see, got all red. A sign that this is too much sun for it. I'm gonna put it on a shadowier part of this balcony. I just had it here because of the pollination, but it's over. And this one, being on the same sun exposure, is much less red. And this one was very red, so I put it on a shadow. It became on a shadowy part of balcony, and it became green again. I just bought it here now before making video because I want them next to each other so you would see them. What a different, this is like a skyscraper size of pot. I put this in. Okay, on beginning of a video I was also telling you that one of the subjects of this video is how I'm talking to plants such a way that they also talk to me. Well, there is a joke I heard in a different country when I was child, my parents moved from country to country, and then told me that the different countries have different languages. That was very confusing for me when I was 5. Anyway, I overheard 2 grown-ups or 3 grown-ups, no, group of grown-ups, I think, telling a joke to each other. How the old lady says, "Oh, we were laughing. We were so much laughing." And somebody asked, "How many of you were laughing?" And she says, "Oh, just me and my doggy." Well, when I talk to plants, they talk to me back. It's not like in that joke about old lady and a doggy. The reason is because I'm not telling them what to do. I'm asking them questions. I'm asking them questions and they answer to me. Here was a question. Do you like a little deep pot, little shallow pot, or little tall pot? Very tall. Lots of roots downward, space downward. Do you like to be papa of this alloy? Or do you like to be mama of the pollen of this alloy? And they tell me, "We would like to be papas of this alloy. We don't want to be mamas of this alloy." So that's the way I keep conversation, by trying to make them talk to me by asking questions. And that's all. What else to tell you? You want to see a really strange, beautiful Haworthia, since we're talking about Haworthias? Look at this Haworthia. Here is my hand for a scale. Different Haworthias look different. This one has a very chubby leaves, and many leaves are heavily variegated, and many are just much less variegated, and many are not variegated at all. And that's all, my friends. That's the end of this video. Goodbye.